it's Maria Solitary Witch Tracks here. This is my late video for the week 4 of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, which is how do you celebrate the Wheel of the Year? Well, first off, I do celebrate every solstice and equinox. I usually do a little ritual in the morning where I pray at my altar, and then I draw my cards to help me visualize this meaning of this new wheel turn for me, what it means, whether I need to focus more on inner reflection, whether I need to branch out, whether I need to work on any work on either focusing on my shadow self, or just need to go out and be kind of like a light worker, or just something that I need to focus on. And then I'll usually pay homage to a deity that pulls to me that also represents that solstice. So, like for the for Yule, the darkest point of the night, I'll sometimes pay my respects to Hel, because she's a Norse goddess of the underworld, and it's freaking cold down there. So, and she also is really good for reflection. At least that's how she resonates with me, as being very good with reflection and quieting the self down and just focusing on the shadow work or shadow self that you need to focus on. And then for some of the summer ones, my old patron goddess Bast, or matron goddess Bast, my old matron goddess Bast, I pay homage to her because her energies to me are really playful, very high and vibrating, very spring and summery energy. So I will draw upon her and ask her to help me to also feel these energies. So, and then I'll do that, and then I'll usually go about my day, because I'm usually working on day, because it's usually a weekday, so I'm usually working, but I'll listen to my pagan music on the way to and from work, and sometimes when I'm setting up the store, I'll play it as well, just to help me keep me in that mindset. Because for me, celebrating the Wheel of the Year is all about the sense. The senses really take a big part of it. So I love, right now I'm burning my Nag Champa incense because the stuff's delicious smelling. So I'll burn my incense. I'll play one of my pagan playlists and listen to that. And I always I wear my pentacle or something, and there's something, and I keep on and look at it and just be like, okay, reflect. Because for me, it's all about reflection. And then also, even if I'm not able to, just looking outside and looking at nature and looking about how this wheel turning is affecting nature around me right now. Right now it's pretty bright and sunny outside, so that's a pretty good sign for Imbolc. So things like that. I like to draw in all of everything and use my senses to help keep me in the mindset of this wheel turn. And then at nighttime, I'll usually do, before I go to bed, I'll have almost like a closing ritual, kind of, just to, I don't know, just to, I guess thank my deities, thank the Great Spirit, of this wheel turn, and reflect on what I've learned in the day, and reflect on how I can manifest that until the next wheel turn. So for today, which is Imbolc, which is I guess is a good thing I kind of waited to make this video, but for today, it's really coming of the spring. The goddess Breed is very aligned with this wheel turn, so I did focus on her today. This morning I went to my altar, I lit my candles, I sang a Kiliana song about Breed. I can't remember the name of it, and I don't want to sing it because you don't hear me sing. But it's from winter's cold I do aspire, I coax the seed and bulb to wake, something like that. Okay, yeah, pretty much that's it. You know what I'm talking about. But that's what so I kind of chanted that a bit, and I drew my cards, and I reflected on what they meant to me in this new coming year. So I drew from Stephen D. Farmer's deck. On the first card was Wolf, which is Instinct, and then next one I pulled Lightning, which is Power, and the third one was Fire, which is Passion. And so for that reading, I'm basically right now focusing a lot on my instinct, which is good. However, I need to also realize I have this inner power that I need to cultivate in this new year to be able to bring about my passions. So that is kind of my job during this new year. I need to really focus. I have this inner power that I'm not really tapped into, or that I don't really have this full belief that I have even yet, that I need to really focus on to bring about my passions. And so that's going to be my work for the new year. And once I did that, I extinguished the flames of the altar, and then I went outside to my back porch, and I wrote on these little pieces of paper, on one piece of paper I wrote things I wanted to get rid of from the past, things I want to shed from the past. And then I burned that in my cauldron, and I let it burn, and I reflected on how that affected me physically and emotionally to be able to do this. And then I wrote also on another piece of paper things I wanted to bring into the new year. And so I placed that in my cauldron, burned that, and I also burned some lavender in, because once you get rid of something, you need to fill in the gap with something else, or it could be open to anything. And so I like to, if I do try to burn anything negative, I also feel positive, and I feel like lavender also really helps with cultivating that sense of inner peace and calmness with that we'd like to feel with change, because that doesn't always happen with change, because change can be hectic and you can feel hectic. And so by burning the lavender, I'm hoping to bring about a steady, calm change, something that I can keep my hands on and grasp without freaking out and losing my head. And so I'm probably going to play a lot of pagan music on my way to work and just sit and reflect. And also meditate. If you want to sit and meditate, it's also a good idea too. And I'll do that sometimes. I'll just sit and stare outside and, like I said, just see how nature is being affected by this change. But that's how I practice my the turning of the wheel. Nothing really fancy. I don't really do any really that big of rituals, honestly. And I don't have a yard, so it's kind of hard to be like out dancing around a fire, And then my altar's in my bedroom, which I shared with my boyfriend. So I have to schedule my altar time around him being in there. But yeah, so that's how I celebrate. Very grateful for this challenge. It's focusing to reflect a lot more on my practice, and it's actually inspired me to do a lot more in my practice, so I think it's really good. So thank you guys for posting these videos, and thank you for watching my videos and commenting. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Namaste, and blessed be.